facilities that make this program possible are provided by the City of Highland Park and have been made possible in part by Ravinia Festival, CJE, Senior Life, GAN Music and Sound.
Hello, I'm Joyce Bernstein. I'm part of the Highland Park Senior Producers, and welcome to 30 Minutes with Joyce. Today we have as our guest Steven Zane. He's an independent singer, songwriter, and guitarist, part of our Highland Park Arts Group. Welcome, Steven.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here. And how did you end up being a singer and songwriter?
Well, it's kind of a loaded question, but I guess music's always been a big part of my life. I mean, even as a young child, I remember just being very emotionally moved by certain songs, and I remember how certain melodies and rhythms would come to me, and I really didn't know what to do with them back then. I guess it was just the beginning of being a songwriter, but
you were just a child, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably 8 or 9 years old when I remember the first melodies coming to me, and then I started playing the guitar when I was about 12 or 13. I had an older sister and 2 older brothers, and they were into music, and they were always playing music for me. My sister had a guitar, and she showed me a few things, but I pretty much taught myself. We had like song books, and I would look at the chord charts, and I just pretty much taught myself how to play. I never really had formal lessons, and I just started playing with my friends, and just kind of progressed one thing after another. And then as a young man, I started just writing. I mean. When a song comes to me, it's really effortless. It just kind of pours out of me. I say they write themselves.
The words and the music.
The words and the music. Yeah. I mean, occasionally I do search for lyrics, and I find actually that the more effort I put in to trying to find the right lyrics, the harder it is.
Really?
It's just probably the easiest songs that have come to me just have written themselves.
So it's like an immediate thing. You don't have to ponder for a year or two.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, there's always a few songs that I'm sure I'd change a few words or something, but
is it mainly like folk music or?
Yeah, I call it acoustic rock.
Acoustic rock. Yeah.
Probably my main influences growing up were like the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Bob Dylan, Neil Young. Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, stuff like that. And I never had a lot of money as a child, so I could never afford an electric guitar with an amp and all the accessories, but I had a cheap little acoustic, so I've just kind of learned to play on an acoustic, and I prefer the acoustic sounds.
Do you? Yeah.
And I've kind of, my style has kind of gone the acoustic direction.
So you brought your guitar with, I see.
I brought a guitar, yes.
A guitar?
A guitar.
Yeah, how many guitars do you have?
I've lost count.
Really? As long as you didn't lose them.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and later we'll hear you sing some of your original songs and music. And also, I heard you were a stay-at-home dad when your children were real young, 2 years old or so.
I am a stay-at-home dad, and that actually kind of correlated with my music career. Music had always been a kind of a it took a back seat in my life. I was always working full-time, and music had more or less been a hobby. When I was a young man, I was in an acoustic duet with another gentleman, and we played out a little bit, but we both had to work and support ourselves. And the job I had at the time was very exhausting, and just most of my energy was going into that. And then when I had extra energy, it would be into the songwriting. We were correlating on our songwriting skills. And then then I met my wife, and we got married, and we started to have kids. And when my children were young, I realized that it's more important to be with my children. My daughter, who's my oldest child, was in daycare when she was very young, and I realized I was working the best years of her life, and I was missing those special times. My wife's career had just started to take off at that time, and I was very burnt out at what I was doing. I was the same place for 15 years. It was very stressful. I was working a lot of hours, and we sat down and we figured out that I could be a stay-at-home dad. We worked out a budget, and we figured we'd give it a try. And it's probably the best move I ever made in my life. Oh, great. But not only that, it allowed me to focus back on my music.
Right, you had the free time.
Right, yeah. Right. So that's actually when I started writing more and playing more. And my children were young at the time. I started writing songs for them, and I wanted to leave something for them. I had all these songs, and I just didn't want them to be to be written in vain. And
okay. Do they all have meaning?
Some of them did. Once again, when I write a song, sometimes I'll have an inspiration or something, and I'll be able to write through that. Other times, words just come to me. I have no idea what it means.
You hear voices, right?
Yeah, who knows? I just hear the words.
Okay.
It just says, play, sing these words or whatever. The words just seem to fit. So that actually allowed me to focus more on my music, and then in 2005, I went into the studio to start recording, and I recorded my first CD, which was released in 2006, and that had some old songs on it and some newer songs, some songs I had written years ago with my old acoustic partner.
Yeah. Why don't you show us the covers of the CDs?
So this was actually my first CD written recorded in 2006, and this is called "I Close My Eyes," which is the title song.
Okay, can you see it, or can you see it, or are your hands covering it, or?
I don't know if I want to zoom in on that.
You want to hold it up higher, maybe? What is? All right. Is that? I could barely see it from here. Should you hold this up higher, or?
There we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah. And then you have another one with you?
So that's my first CD.
Okay.
Which, thanks to the internet, I've been able to reach people worldwide.
Oh.
And it's just so gratifying when people tell me that they hear my music and it made a positive impact on their life. Or they really enjoyed it or whatever. This is my second CD, which I released in 2010. I don't know if you want to get that again. This is called Second Coming. These are all original songs.
Oh, that's a good picture. Yeah. Oh, excellent. You want to show the first one too, in case they didn't see it? If they could get a good picture of that.
And the first one again.
Oh yeah, that's a good picture. Okay. And I hear you're working on a third album. You have a lot of songs.
I do. I've got a ton of original songs. I've actually got enough for two more. I just, I've got to go one at a time.
Yeah, now you probably aren't home with your kids, so what do you do with your time now?
Well,
you're probably home when your wife's working after school or whatever.
Yeah, I am a guitar teacher, so I have my students.
That's right.
And then my children actually are very active, and they always need rides somewhere.
Oh yeah, and then you're a director of the girls softball team in Northbrook?
Well, yeah, it's Northbrook Girls Softball. It's a nonprofit organization. and it encompasses different suburbs. Highland Park is in it, Glencoe, Winnetka, Wilmette, Glenview.
It's girls only, correct?
Girls
softball, is that underhand pitching? Or?
It's underhand fast pitch, and we are 3rd through 9th grade.
Oh.
And then we have a 16U travel team.
In the state, though, around, right?
Basically we have 2 leagues. We have a house league and a travel league.
Oh, I see.
And I'm the director of the house league, which just plays amongst itself. And then the travel league plays more competitively elsewhere around other
And
communities.
then I read you'd like to help children that were in similar situations as you were as a youngster.
Well, I do. I came from a broken family. My parents were divorced when I was about 10 years old, and I being the youngest of 4 children, let's just say I kind of fell through the cracks a little bit.
With all those children, and they still got divorced,
yeah,
right?
Well, maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. I pretty much had to just do things on my own and learn how to take care of myself. My mother was out, trying to provide for us.
Oh, yeah, working. Probably.
And I kind of fell through the cracks, and let's just say I didn't always make the best decisions as a teenager.
Right.
And I think that I believe in doing the right thing and karma and helping others. And I believe if I have an opportunity to help a child now, or even to give them a little guidance,
whether they're in music or not.
Right. I mean, it's a very tough time for kids and for anyone. And I enjoy helping others, and just knowing that I can make a positive impact in someone's life. It means the world, really.
It's very important to you, and it's such a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Would you like to play one of your songs for us
I
now?
could, sure.
Okay. What will this be called?
Well, I'm actually going to start with a song that I have not released yet on a CD. This is actually something new.
Oh, okay. Does it have a name yet?
It's called The Search.
Okay.
desert in the pouring rain. And I long to see you one day again, oh Lord. Well, I've been to the mountains, well, I've been to the sea. Search for you all over the land of the free, oh Lord. Well, I know it won't be long. Yeah, in the nighttime, well, I know I must be strong. I've been to the mountains in the pouring rain, and I long to see you one day again, oh Lord. Well, I've been to the desert, well, I've been to the sea. Search for you all over the land of the free, oh Lord. Lord.
Excellent,
Oh, thank you.
excellent, very good.
So that's something new. I've got a ton of songs, like I said, that
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
just
probably hear one or two others.
waiting on the back
Time
burner.
permitting.
Okay.
Okay, I know you've appeared at Madame Zuzu's in Highland Park,
Yes, I played there a couple times. It's a great little place.
and the Alley in
the Alley in
Highwood.
Highwood, another fine establishment.
Yeah, and Samantha Humus's Blue Rose
Right,
gift shop.
yes.
And she has a, what do you call, open air mic program on Saturday nights. What is it, about once a month, or?
It's the second Saturday of every month, and it's a great place for young artists, old artists, whoever, just to showcase their talents.
Yeah, that's where I saw you, in fact.
That's where
how
we
I
met,
met you,
right?
yeah.
I was looking for a venue for my students to do like recitals or do like an open mic type
Oh,
of thing.
right.
And I found Samantha, and the Blue Rose is just a great place.
Yeah, I know, I've had her on the program here, too.
Yeah, and she really enjoys helping kids too.
Oh, yeah, I know, and you
And,
said she had a similar background of some sort, I don't know.
Yeah,
A little bit,
yeah.
I don't know, I
And
know
then,
her background, but,
And then she's actually had a couple like open houses there that I've played at. So that's a great little place. A lot of people really don't know about it.
no, I know it's sort of hidden, because it's
Yeah.
upstairs, you know, it's
Blue
right,
Rose Gift Gallery. I don't know if we
right
can
downtown
give it a
Highland
plug.
Park, right on the corner. And, yeah, that's great, yeah, you really caught my eye, because I said, you know, I'd like to have you in this
Oh, great.
program, yeah. Do you want to play another song, or, I don't know how much time we have.
Sure.
10 minutes. Okay, so
Okay.
we could play another one, and then we'll go off with part of one, possibly.
Whatever works, sure.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay, have
drinking,
your
my throat's
drink.
a little dry.
Okay, sure. Is this something you've already written and recorded?
This next song, yes.
Okay.
So, just a little background about this. This is actually one of the first songs that I had written. I mentioned before that sometimes the songs kind of write themselves. Sometimes they don't really have a meaning, or I don't really have an idea or an inspiration in mind.
Do your siblings still play music?
My sister might a little bit.
Okay. But you're the one that really, you know,
Yeah.
went for it with your self-teaching.
Yeah, I just love music.
I could see when you were singing. I could see
the natural
the
thing.
meaning in your eyes, how you felt about it when you were singing the last song.
Yeah. And when I write, it comes from within. It comes from the heart.
I could see. Yeah.
I just open up.
Okay.
So this is actually a song that one of the first songs I ever wrote years ago. Just to give you a little idea of how it came to me, I was sitting on my couch in my apartment, and I had the TV on with no sound, and I was just fiddling around on the guitar, and the evening news came on, and all these scenes started flashing before me, and before I knew it, this song just came out of me.
Okay, fine.
So this is on my first CD. This is called "The Time Is Coming."
Okay.
And I never seem to play a song the same twice. So actually, when I went to record my CDs, I started laying track after track, and this is just kind of the bare bones acoustic
all right.
version. So one of the bare bones acoustic versions of it. Time is coming, winds are changing, tide is turning, backs are breaking, heads are nodding, hands are shaking, sick are dying, the rich keep taking the wine. Why must we do? Winds are falling, water's rising, homes are burning, children crying, schools are closing, walls are crumbling, preachers preaching, politicians mumbling. What can I do? What must we do? What can I do? What must we do? Prisons filling, streets decaying, pigs are laughing, dogs are straying, sheep are breeding, numbers growing, tempers flaring, the blood is flowing. But what can I do? What must we do? What can I do? What must we do?
Oh, great. I really like that one.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. That's on the first album you showed.
That's on the first CD, right? And
I mean CD.
yeah, well, album CD.
Record.
Yeah, well,
Tape.
I don't know about record. I mean, that's
No, I know.
past, but, so,
I still have records. Sometimes I sell them.
yeah. They're still around, serious collectors.
Yeah, I've got a jazz. And so, how many songs are usually on a CD?
That's a good question.
You don't know.
I got 10 on this and 12 on this. I
Oh,
think.
okay. And how long are they? 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much range between 3 to 6 or 7 with an average
And
about
they're all
45.
your solo. They're all solo. I mean, nobody's on with you.
I am on I wrote all the songs. I did collaborate on a couple songs with a couple other people,
Oh.
and I will occasionally have another musician come in, and or another vocalist, a female vocalist. I did actually a duet with a gentleman called Peter Love, who's a good friend, and another singer-songwriter. We collaborated on a duet on one song, and I've had other guests on a few of the tracks, but it's probably about 97% me.
You? Oh, okay. And you
95%
sing
or
on
something
all
like
of them?
There are a couple instrumentals.
Oh, are there?
It's just.
Do you play any other instruments? Or?
I
That's
play
enough.
mandolin.
Oh,
and,
that's funny because I have a mandolin, but I can't find anywhere to take lessons around
I
here.
think you were telling me.
Yeah, I was
right,
telling
yeah.
you when I met you.
Yeah, I actually. My grandfather had a mandolin when I was a young boy, and I remember I used to go there and like to play it.
Oh,
And then after he passed, it came into my possession. So it's not the best mandolin out there quality-wise,
think
but
mine's a
it
pretty
means a
good
lot
one.
to me. And I was able to record
oh.
a couple songs, a couple tracks on my second CD
When I
with it.
lived in the city, I took lessons at the Old Town School of Music. That
Oh,
was
right,
right
yeah.
before they moved. They were on Armitage
Used to be
at
on
the time.
Armitage, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
correct. But there was nowhere out here. One place I think I found, and but I haven't been taking any lessons anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very rare to find people playing that nowadays.